Salutations, mini mathematicians. I'm so happy you could join us today for this awesome math class. Please write down your lesson purpose in your notebook and make sure you have the handout provided for you so we can get started. Please pause the video for 2 minutes for students to set up their notebook and to have the handout in front of them. Thank you. Awesome, great job. So the handout in front of you, 5.2c extension meatballs. The first question is, how many meatballs will it take to overflow the pot? So we're going to watch a meatball video right now in class, and you're going to answer the following questions. You're going to estimate the number of meatballs that may fit. And to make a good estimate, think of a number that's too small, and then think of a number that's way too big, and then pick a number in between that. So let's get started on watching our first video. So this is our prologue of our first video clip to see what's going on when we're going to be putting meatballs into our sauce pot. Now that you've recorded your estimation, share with your group. For example, I think a number that's too low is going to be 5, and a number that's going to be too large is going to be 50. So I'm going to pick a number in between that and say, why not 23? 23 meatballs. So what information from that video would be useful to know in order to find more accurate count on how many meatballs is just right? I'd like you to record the information on this side with your group for the next 4 minutes. Please pause the video for 4 minutes and think about what information would you need. Maybe about the meatballs themselves, maybe about the container we're putting them in, maybe about what's already in the container. So please pause the video for 4 minutes to brainstorm information you wish you had. This is the information that I'm going to let you know from some visual hints. So I'm going to let you know the height remaining in the pot, the diameter of some sample meatballs, the diameter of the pot, and the number of meatballs that were first put into the pot in the first video. The height remaining in the cylindrical pot is 4 centimeters. Again, the height remaining in the cylindrical pot is 4 centimeters. The diameter of some of the sample meatballs that were in that bag include 3.6 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters, 3.4 centimeters, 3.7 centimeters, and 3.5 centimeters. So here are 5 sample diameters of some of the spherical meatballs that were in that bag. Notice they're all not exactly the same, but they might have a specific range, or maybe there's an average you could use for your calculations. The diameter of the pot, the cylindrical pot, is 15.5 centimeters. The diameter of the cylindrical pot is 15.5 centimeters. Oh, also in this picture, you notice that there's a lip around the pot, that if I'm wanting to make the sauce overflow, I'll have to have enough to get right over that edge. Might want to add an extra few meatballs at the end of your prediction. And finally, the number of meatballs that were in that container that we first put in was 16 meatballs. So if your prediction was close to 16, we might want to increase that by quite a bit. So remember what it looked like when we first put in 16 meatballs. Awesome. Now, with the information provided from our video hints, I want you to make a more accurate count of how many meatballs, maybe how much volume is left, and how much volume can fit to make a little bit of sauce overflow, using your math powers to figure out how many more meatballs really need to fit into the pot until the sauce overflows. So make sure to read all my hints I give you in number 3. We're going to pause the video now for 12 minutes. We're going to pause the video for 12 minutes for you to problem solve this. After the end of 12 minutes, please make sure to share your approximations with your group members, and then we'll be able to watch the final answer video. So thank you. Please pause the video for 12 minutes. Awesome, so let's have the final reveal for actually how many meatballs it took until just the sauce began to overflow. Notice we're bringing in the spoon here to make sure that the meatballs are completely in the sauce to have a more accurate mathematical count. Just to make sure the meatballs are displacing an equal volume of sauce for them. Okay, let's keep on going. Ooh, we're at 23. Oh, I guess some of us were a little off. There it is! Awesome. So if you notice, at 36 meatballs is where our sauce ended up overflowing. So let's take a look at some math to see if we could have gotten really close to 36. So taking a look at my math, I decided to calculate the volume of the space left over. The volume of the space left over is this sliver of a cylinder with a height of 4 centimeters and a diameter of 15.5 centimeters because it is the same spaghetti pot. And then the radius is 7.75 centimeters, so I've squared that, multiplied by the height to get about 754.77 cubic centimeters. So after I calculated the volume of the space left, I needed to calculate the average volume of the meatballs. To do that, I had to calculate the average diameter. So I added all the diameters provided and divided by 5, because that's how you find an average. From there, I found the average diameter of the given meatballs to be 3.5 centimeters. I used the volume equation for the volume of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed, to calculate the average volume of my spherical meatballs, to get about 22.45 cubic centimeters per meatball. So to figure out the overflow, I did the space left divided by the meatball volume and found about 33.6 meatballs. To overflow, I need to go over the lid, so I added a few extra meatballs, so my final estimate was 37 meatballs. It's pretty close to 36, so I would say our math is right on track. Great job, mini mathematicians. You have reflection number 4 for this lesson. So let's get started on that haiku, and don't forget a sentence or two to connect back to our lesson. Video bar out.